Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great start to their Friday. I myself am once again in a great mood. Seems to be the prevailing mood that I stay in most of the time, so that's always nice. Anyway, I hope you are, like I said, doing well. I was able to get my AdSense stuff straightened out last night, so memberships are back active again. So I appreciate that. Seems like I also forgot to turn off my phone volume, so I will do that. Good morning, Mr. Pete. Thank you for being here bright and early. I do appreciate that. I did go and post a little more on Reddit today, so maybe we will get some new people showing up. Kubi Momentum, good knife, Lone Star. Cold Steel Voyager is an awesome knife. I've got all four. I got 4 versions of it. I believe I've got the same version you're carrying today, and the serrated version of it. Let's see. What did I carry last night? So, in my front pocket, which is the only pocket I had a knife in, I carried the Concept, the Thoth. And I'm so glad I took it apart and kind of fixed the action on it, because it's getting way better. It didn't come the sharpest, and it was kind of weird on my unboxing video. The couple things I mentioned were the action and the sharpness, and someone commented on that video and said that he had one, and that was exactly the same 2 issues he had. So it must not be a one-off thing. He said he had to strop his quite a bit. And he had to deal with shaking it closed quite a bit. This one has become a little better with the action, but it is still kind of a little stiff. Okay, Lone Star, then I don't have the version you're carrying. I've got one of the versions. I don't know what the blade shape is. It's that weird blade shape. It's probably the Vaquero, if I was to guess. It's the one with the massive recurve in it. Next, I wanted to show this. So I did get this mirror polished up really nice. I got it, I did the 1 micron, and then I went down to the 0.5 micron and got the blade super shiny on it. So that's cool. As opposed to that. Nextly, I did get in this stuff yesterday, but I didn't try it yet. It is that 15,000 grit paste that the guy showed us in the video. So I will report back when I do use that. Let me see here, make sure my camera is right. Camera is right. And then next, I did scout carry again last night, and I swapped the Vostede clip onto the onto the Kaiser baby. This is actually what I carried last night. I put the Kaiser adjustable clip onto the Vostede because I was not going to carry it for a few days. I don't like how high the Kaiser clip sticks up. With a mirror polish blade, no, all you have to do is just make sure that you've got a good angle where you don't touch the blade. I mean, when you're sharpening the edge, you shouldn't be touching the side of the blade anyway. I don't take any special precautions with it. This is a super cool little EDC knife. It's a Ifengro. I actually ordered another EDC fixed blade last night. It's a little larger. But anyway, I am going to be scout carrying a knife from now on, it seems. And then last but not least, I did my first bead blast of hardware on this knife last night. I bead blasted both sides of the pivot, the clip, and the screws. Those two screws and the lock bar screw. And that turned out good. So it went from looking like, let me see. It went from looking like this to looking like that. So it looks way better without the black hardware, in my opinion, and the black clip. So you can see the difference in the two. I do an up close. Yes, sir. You can see the texture on the bead blast on the clip. Looks good. I got all sides of it. The pivot looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Good morning, Fred. So yeah, that was a cool experiment to do. The bead blasting of the hardware. Like I said, I hadn't done hardware before. I did manage to think about the fact that I didn't want to get the threads bead blasted. So I screwed the pivot together and then put tape around the pivot when I was blasting it and just blasted both sides that show. And then I took the lock bar insert screw and I screwed it into the back of the clip. That way I could blast that screw when I was blasting the back side of the clip. And then these two screws, I screwed them into the spacer so that the threads wouldn't be touched. And I just did either side of the heads. So now the threads are still black on all these, but the surfaces that show are all bead blasted. And that will keep the tolerances the same. Thank you, Pete. Yep, so that's done. It's not too aggressive, no. You do need to kind of be even. But it's pretty forgiving. It's not bad as far as that goes. Let's see, what else to talk about? Oh, something super cool. So as y'all know, I damaged this mat by banging it with a blade, and I said it gave it war wounds, but I don't like it. So I ordered some new cool mats, and let me show y'all which ones I got. And actually, I got something super cool coming. I guess I can go ahead and tell y'all, but let me show you the ones I got first. So I decided that I would get a few to swap out. And this is one of them that I got right here. Give me just a second. So these are the same size as the one I currently have. And I got this one right here. Hold on just a second. I got that one. They came with a free wrist rest, but I got that mat. It is 900 millimeters by 400 millimeters, or 90 centimeters by 40 centimeters. It looks, the aspect ratio is not correct in the picture. It's more of a, it's not that long of a rectangle. But I got that one. I got this one. Hold on just a second. This one right here. Dang it. Alright. Hold on, showing you the second one. Second one I got is this one, which was a cool Back to the Future one. It'll just be cool to swap out backgrounds occasionally. And then the third one I got is, let's see, I don't remember which one I ordered. Oh yeah, it's this one. Hold on just a second, gotta find the image again. I got this one, which I think will look super cool. So that one will look cool too. And then last but not least, I got a custom one that is going to have my image printed on it. So what I did is I took, let me show you here. I took and I made some images of well, hold on. Can't talk and do stuff at the same time. I made some images of Professor Hackett and Nedge, and I'm going to put them on either side of it. I'm going to have my channel name across it somewhere. And then I'm going to do what I said I wanted to do a long time ago. I'm going to include a ruler across part of it. And then I'm also going to include these, which are, hold on, one more. Alright, so I got a custom one made, and the custom one, like I said, is going to have, it's going to look kind of like this picture right here. Hold on. Not that one. Not that one. It's going to look kind of like this, with Professor Hackett on the left, Nedge on the right. And then in the middle, it's going to have this right here. I'm not sure which logo I'm going to use, but I'm going to have some kind of cool logo. I've got to get the image done today to get it sent to them, which kind of sucks because I'm not prepared. But I'm going to have something kind of like that made out of knife scales and blades on it somewhere. And then I'm also going to have these silhouettes in actual size of the Para 3, the PM2, the Para 3, the Bug Out, and the Osborne. That is not the Osborne. That is an Osborne Tanto. I didn't actually mean to send that one. But the other, I'm going to have some knife pictures of some very common knives that are actual size on the mat, so when I do reviews, I don't have to. There's the Osborne. I'm gonna use silhouettes so that they don't have any branding, and I'm gonna stagger them around on the custom mat to where I can hold knives up against them to show size comparisons with standard knives like the PM2 and the Para 3 and the Bug Out. I'm going to pick some common knives that people use. The Osborne. But anyway, so it'll be super cool. To have that custom mat made. I've been wanting one. I'm going to have a ruler on it so I can do measurements of stuff live. I'm going to make sure, yes, Pete, so I've got it, the size of the mat is 900 by 400 millimeters, so I'm going to make the pixels 9,000 by 4,000 on the image, and then I'm going to scale stuff appropriately, and I'm going to make sure that they check it before they print it to make sure that a certain, like one of the knives is exactly so many millimeters long, and then all the rest of them should match up. But I've thought about all that, Pete, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a big image 9,000 by 4,000 so that it matches the 900 by 400, and it'll be 10 pixels per millimeter. So yeah, there's that. So no, I know the size, and I know the size of my image, and just like I said, I'm going to get them to test and make sure that when and if they print it, one of the knives is going to match the millimeters that I have. But yes, I know the size and dimension of the mat. Doesn't matter what DPI they print at, as long as they scale the image correctly across the whole thing. Because like I said, I'm making it 9,000 by 4,000. Because the mat I'm buying is 900 by 400. So it will be the exact same scale as the mat. So as long as they yeah, all they have to do is to print a test on some paper or something and measure one of the knives. It should be good. All right, let's go to the drop point. See what's new today. All right. That wasn't cool. All right, fixed blades, folding knives. So the dark mode R2 comes out tonight or today in 10 hours. I know if I was printing it, I could get it exact. Whether they will or not, I hope they do. If they follow my directions, they should be able to, because all they got to do is print a test piece on a piece of paper, measure one of the knives, and I will give them the exact length and width of that knife in millimeters. And if it measures right, then it's right. If it doesn't, they need to scale it up 101% or 102% or whatever. And I'm going to tell them I don't care if some of it runs off, but I need the knives the appropriate dimension. So if the sides have to go off, that's just how it has to happen. I don't care if it cuts off a little bit of Professor Hackett or an edge, but the knives need to be the right size. Yeah, Pete, you're thinking way too deep into it. It's a $20 custom mat that I don't really care that much about. And if the size, if the colors are off a little bit, oh well. Like, it's not like I'm mass producing these things. Anyway, the Raiden R2 we've already talked about. The Dixon also drops today at 3 p.m. Central. I don't know if I'll try to get in on that or not. I'll probably wait for Knife Swap because I don't want to pay $625. I want to pay $400. So I'll have to wait 6 months. But they do offer it in a bunch of different colors. Oh yeah, whoops. Browser, it is being shared. It's just underneath the Discord. The Dixon comes in a bunch of different colors. Like I said, it drops today. I do like it was super comfortable in hand, and I like the texturing of it. I just don't want to pay $625 for it. This was the Raiden R2, if y'all didn't see it. Y'all already seen it. NCC Ragnarok version 1, 2, and 4 finally come out today. We looked at those last week. So here's 1, here's 2, and here's 4. I like that plain number 1. That one's different for sure. Those are beautiful knives, but super pricey. Let's see, what's next? The Mach 1. I didn't even see it down here. Oh yeah. Mach 1. I kind of think all his knives are starting to look alike. There's not much difference between those versions. The shape of the handles looks very similar across all of them, except these are button locks. The Mach 1 is. So I guess it's just a button lock version of the V1 maybe. But the V1, the V2, and the V4 all look very similar. I mean, I guess that's good. Alright, so Surge is coming out with the Rook. I don't guess it's even on here yet. It drops tonight at 8 Central. Oh, there's the Rook. That's a wild looking curve in the back of it there. Don't know that I like that. I don't know I like the flipper either. That's just a wild knife all around. I don't know that I like the angle the blade sits at. I do like, I mean, quality craftsmanship. That finish looks awesome. I can't say that. And the details on the good morning, Knives Are Life. Yeah, the details and the color and the craftsmanship looks great. It's just the design I'm not a fan of. What is it, a one-sided crossbar lock knife kind of deal? Because it doesn't have one on this side. Or is that a lock? Got questions. Don't have a video. I'm imagining. Let's see. Oh, it's got a mechanism from Hulk. It's got the Hulk lock, the 8. Some kind of Hulk lock. Wow. Handcuffs. Yeah, I'm not sure how that mechanism works. I wonder. He's got a link to his Instagram somewhere on here. Let's see. Instagram. Follow. There it is. See if we can see how this lock works. That's a wild looking knife. So it is just a little crossbar type lock. What's up with the clip on it too? Why does it have that extra little... What is going on with that clip? I don't know. That's a pretty wild knife all around. Not quite sure what's up with that clip. Was it like that on his website? Or does he not show the clip? No, that one just has a regular... Yeah, that's a totally different clip. I like the industrial feel of all his look. Like, man, I love that finish. The finish looks super cool. I just don't like that big cutout and all that. Like, there's some wildness going on. Alright, stuff that is already live. Tactile, the Bexar, Micarta. That is already live. You can add it to cart. Let's see, what next? the G10 version also. So you can add it to cart. Oh, you can add lanyard beads. Orange, green, black, natural. Alright. D-Rocket Designs. The Imp Scissor Folder. Okay. That thing is strange. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That is Magna Cut steel. The front scale rotates a full 360 degrees around the blade axis. Yeah, that's pretty wild. So where's his Instagram link? Let's see if we can see that thing in action. Alright, well, his link is broken on his page. So that's not the greatest. Dariel Castone, D-Rocket Lab, D-Rocket Design, he changed it to @D-Rocket Design. And there it is right there. Let's see if we can see how this thing works. Nope, it just got steels. Aha. Aha. Now I get it. I like seeing things that are innovative. So that's definitely different. For a little box opener. $240 box opener. Fidget toy that'll cut you while you're playing with it. With magnets on it. So that's cool. Somebody will love that. Axial knife shift. Axial is still one that I haven't felt in hand, but I've heard good things about. I would like to feel how much blade play they have. Yeah, they did say on the page how much rooks were, I believe. Let's see, the rook was oh, it just says dollars. Lots of dollars. Yeah, I guess it really just depends. It could range. I'm sure there's a huge range on them, according to whether you get that model or the hand, the engraved model with the figurine on the side, that model. I'm sure there's a huge difference. But yeah, the shift, I still want to try out one of those. The Raiden R2 says it's already live. I guess it is. Oh, yeah, the regular one's been live, but the dark matter version drops today, I guess, or whatever they call it, the dark mode. Sorry. The Slim. I believe these are all ones we've already gone through. Nebula Red Plexus. Don't know that we saw that one, but we might have. The Tango Jack. Of course, we love that one. Dead Reckoned Knives. Vertebrae. That's these two. I do like the way that one looks. Kind of reminds me of the fixed blade that I bought last night on Amazon that will be delivered today. I bought this one. Hold on just a second. The blade shape looks very similar to the, without the hole, to the fixed blade that I bought. So I bought that one to Ethan Grow. I'm going to bead blast the blade, get that logo off of there. It's a 4-inch blade on that one, and it's 154 cm blade steel. It was like $62. Bexar is pronounced bear. Okay, yeah, somebody said that. Good morning, Stacy. Bear. Huh. I guess, yeah, I said that last time. Somebody said that, and I guess I say it that way because of Beskar, because of the Mandalorian. The Beskar steel, you know? So that's what makes me think of it. The Bexar is because I want to say it's Beskar. But bear, yeah. Somebody told me that before and I just didn't remember it. My bad. My apologies. Somebody needs to make a cool Beskar knife. I bet they don't call it Bear County in Texas. Texans. Let's see, pronunciation. Bear known T. Bear County. So it is Bear. Huh. Look, they even got the AI's got everything nowadays, man. You can get them to pronounce anything and everything. Here we go. Bear County.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this county in Texas, United States. How do you go about saying this name? The spelling of it is very misleading. Just ignore completely the X, pretend it's not there, and you'll be perfectly fine. Bear
there we go.
County.
Bear
Pretty
County.
straightforward from there, right? Bear
County.
Texas. Bear County. Did you get it? Let me know in the comments. Here are more videos on how to pronounce the names of famous cities and famous places all around the US.
Wow. There's a YouTube channel for everything. Bear County. Yeah, the X is silent like in xylophone, huh? Alright, Ranger Made, Freelancer XL, we saw that last week. We've seen that forever. Man, I gotta get one of these Titans. I still gotta get quite a few Mr. Knives. I love that his prices are very, very, very reasonable. I think I'm going to start with the, if I could, I missed one of those on Knife Swap and I'm mad that I missed it. That is a super clean knife. I will keep saying that until I get one, I guess. But I like the Titan. I like the Phantom. And I want a cipher or decipher that's not carbon fiber. And I like the Ronin. And they're all reasonably priced. They're M390. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned to y'all, but I did find out the exact release date from the Custom Knife Factories when my knife is going to be ready. So he told me the exact release date and when I'm going to get these. And he said it's going to be, which is kind of perfect, because he said it's going to be the end of September. So now I know when I've got to have the money ready to get all 3 of these that I ordered. But it was kind of funny when I asked him, because he's the guy, you know, CKF, and he was like, I was like, you don't happen to know when these are going to be released, do you? And he was like, yes, I definitely know. And I was like, well, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Xylophone is a Z. I don't know. I'm off this morning. It's all good. But you're welcome to keep correcting me, because I like being corrected. I don't like being wrong. So being corrected is good. I will try to remember Bexar County from now on. Murray Custom Knife and Tool. Oh, something else I wanted to mention. So, my buddy that gave me that Tactile Maverick for free for helping him out, picking out knives, he has got to sell some knives. And I don't know if I told y'all, but I found out that he gets a lot of his knives using Knife Raffle on Reddit. So the 3 knives, he asked me which 2 I would keep if it was me that he's wanting to sell, are a Shiro Haiti, a Laconico Kestrel, and a Grimsmo Rask. So he said the Kestrel, which is funny because we just talked about the Kestrel, the CJRB version, but he's got an actual Laconico custom version, and he's asking $515 for the Kestrel, $700 for the Rask, and $750 for the Shirogorov, for the Haiti. But he's also got a Vero Neutron, TRM Neutron for sale. But I was curious how much he'd spent on the raffles that he didn't win. Because he'll buy like 10 slots or 20 slots at $10 a piece and spend $200 on a raffle. So I was like, that's kind of like gambling. So I wanted to know how much he had actually spent to get those knives. And so he told me that he said all the knives are worth somewhere around $3,000, and I spent $2,000 on them, including the failed raffles. So that gives you an idea of what you'll get into if you get into the raffle game. But he said you got to buy like 10 or 20 slots to guarantee, that your numbers are high. You got to buy a quarter. You got to spend a quarter of the price of the knife. So you got to buy like a quarter of the slots if you want to get good numbers on being likely to get it. But I tried to get in on a raffle last night, and it was finished. It was closed by the time I bought 3. Or I said I wanted 3 slots, and they all sold out before they got to me. So that sucked. Alright, so Rosie's Rippers. We've seen all these other knives. Let's go look at a couple of fixed blades. Looks like Berg Blades has got that alpha. I think we saw it last week. S35VN. Micarta. 4-inch blade. 3.65 cutting edge. That's a good price on it too. I wish I could trade 3 of my Amazon knives for that I spent $60 on. For one nice Berg Blades fixed blade. I probably should think about doing something like that instead of buying Amazon knives. Baltic Blades. The Iltis. That's a good size knife, I'm pretty sure. N690 or LMAX. So in LMAX it's 200 euros. That is euros and not the GBP, right? Yeah, that is euro. So $207 for the N690 and somewhere like 227 or something. 230 for the Jade. How small? What's the size on it? Hey Google, what's 75 millimeters in inches?
75 millimeters is equal to 2.953 inches.
Is approximately 2.9.
All right, so not even quite 3 inches. That's still a pretty good size. Got all kinds of colors. Looks like just a simple, nice, clean, fixed blade. Bald Man, I liked his table. He had a bunch of nice knives. He's another one that I said I want to end up getting one from. Because he has definitely fair prices for all the work he puts into these. So the new one is the Serpico. I think, yeah, Serpico. But I don't know, that just seems like it's worth $220 when you look at it. Deer dressing. I've got the Kaiser harpoon that I had last night. Is not a bad one. It might work okay, but it wouldn't be the best for field dressing. But the Kaiser harpoon would work decently. I got that model and dyed it black. No, I got that model and dyed mine black. No, I don't know. I've got one of them and dyed it black. Wasn't that one? Oh yeah, it was a special edition one that they had. But that wouldn't be bad. Good morning, Waylon. As you can see, the membership thing is fixed now. You're back to in living color. Good morning, Mr. TC, by the way. Let's see what Dauntless has. The Surgeon. That's a cool looking little slicey thing. Surgeon blade. Surgeon R blade. Ringed. Magna cut. Ringed with Magna cut. Yeah, that's pretty. It's a pretty wild looking. There you go. You could use that to field dress. Yeah, the one I got, the reason I got the one I got, because it was on sale for like $35 or something. Let me show you. I can't remember. I think I might have bought it from Amazon, but let me check. Because they had one model. No, yeah. So, right here. Hold on. Yeah. So the one I got, dang it, can't find the one I got. Hold on. Aha. I think I was looking at the wrong version. They make a mini and a regular size one. But right here is the link to the Amazon version that I got. We'll post that in the channel for you. Yeah, check out that link, and they got, you can get it for $44 on here. The one I got, I can't remember. Hold on. It says I got another variation. I understand that. Why aren't you showing me which variation I got? Yeah, it had a red micarta handle with a black blade. And I don't see the one that I got anymore. But I paid, what did I pay? Let's see. View order. Here we go. Yeah. So I got it on sale for this. That's why I grabbed it. Check this out. This is what I paid for it. $35.40 plus tax. So that's why I bought one. And then I didn't like the red micarta, so I dyed it black. I actually, I think I left it in the car, or I would be showing it to you right now. Give me just a second. I'm going to run out there and grab it so I can show it to you. Alright, sorry. But this is a good example of what I said the other day about how you can dye anything black. Let me reconnect my earpiece. So, yeah, here's the knife. This started out with the red micarta, now it's black, but it's a great you feel really secure with it, and it's a good. Oh no, you're good. I like showing knives. But the red and the black kind of almost, it's not showing the true colors with this light. Whoops. It looks more like that. It's hard getting the colors to come across on stream. Yeah, but it's with a harpoon. But for 35 bucks, I was like, why not? Put it in the wrong side of the sheath. But it comes with the yeah, it's got a weird color to it. It's a black, kind of a purple. Just depends on what color light I put on the situation. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what it looks like. So that's that. Let's see. Go back to where we were. The textured wicket. .25-inch blade, a little bit too small. Burton Designs, the Cub. So the Cub is a rather compact little guy. That looks like that would 6-inch overall length. So probably like 2.75-inch blade or something. It doesn't say the blade length. It's just kind of weird. But you can tell it's not half the knife, so it's 2.75, 2.5 maybe. 2.5 and 3.5, something like that. Alright, Lynch Blades Sparrow 7. Alright, give me the pop-up. What's going on? What do I gotta click? That Sparrow 7 looks nice. I like knives that have that offset handle where the... I guess where you can do food prep work. You can get it against the surface without hitting your hand. That's the thing about most folding knives is you can't do that. Oh, it comes with the loops. It comes with this. It comes with this sheet. I didn't do that. Yeah, that's the sheet that comes with. Yeah, the Tiny Dancer. We looked at it, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. On Friday. It's a cool little knife too. Good price on it. What kind of blade steel? D2. Yeah, it's got one of... See, that's the thing about these clips like this. So the Kaiser clip I got is the same way, and that's what I was talking about. It's it sticks up way too high. Like, that's why I swapped the baby clip over to the Vosteed when I wanted to carry it, because this thing makes it to where, I mean, it's cool that you can rotate it, and it's perfect for vertical. It puts the knife in a great place vertically, but when you go to turn it horizontal, it makes it hang down too low and it hits you and it's not comfortable. And that's the same way that this one is. Because when you turn it, it goes up that way. If it would turn and go back the other way, that's the same exact mechanism though. So it goes up to the left and it makes it sit up too high, which is totally weird. Like if it rotated the other way, it would be fine, but physics. So like if it went this way, then it wouldn't be sitting as high. But you can't flip. Maybe you could flip it around. Huh. I guess you could put it on the other side. Oh, but then it would be clipped upside down. That's the only thing is it'd be clipped. You'd have to clip it on this way, but it would sit better. Because it would be going all the way across the knife. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I think I've got a screwdriver somewhere. So right here, you could do this. And since it's got that little catch place to catch your belt, it probably wouldn't fall off this way. It would probably be okay, actually. Let me show you what I'm talking about, though. Instead of sticking way up like it does, come on, screw. Jeez. All right. All right. So instead of being over there, you could put it over here. And then it wouldn't be... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. And then... Hold on. I'm on the wrong side of the knife. You want it like this, but you want the clip over. So, normally... Yeah. You put it over here on this side. And you can get those two screws in there just barely. But the way it is, it sticks up like way up here. Sticks up this much, and if you put it like this, it would only be sticking up about half that. So it wouldn't be sticking up quite nearly as much. But I don't like it either. I messaged something funny. So I like these that Vosti's come out with. They sit perfectly on there, and they rotate any direction you want. So I messaged Vosti to ask him if I could get a replacement one. They sell them on their website for $10 for these that'll attach to any of these. And they do have a slot in here to where you can move you can attach them to most anything, no matter the spacing. But they sell these for $10 on their website, but they're sold out. So I emailed her before I realized that they were sold out. And she was like, sure, I'll send you one. So she's sending me one, even though they're sold out on the website. Which is kind of weird. I would think that if they're sold out, they're sold out. But evidently not. Yeah, these work great. I swapped it over because I wanted to carry that baby last night, but I ended up carrying the Kaiser. But I'll probably carry the baby tonight. And what's that other one, TC? Not the baby, but the... It's like the baby, but it's different. See, that baby's got a nice flat grind on it. Yeah, oh, something else I meant to announce yesterday is that I got hooked up with Poi Kilo, and they're going to be sending me knives to review. So that's pretty awesome. They're going to keep me up to date with the newest stuff they're coming out with, and they're going to send me knives to review. So I can't wait to get some of those Poi Kilo knives to check out. Alright, we're back together now. But she's sending me one, so I'll have one to put up back on this Vosteed, so I'll have that. All the rest of these, I put this on here. I think it's not in a bad spot either. Although I don't like these either, that you got to push in somewhere. I don't even remember how to work this one. It's got a lock or something. What am I doing wrong here? Thought you squeezed it. Am I opening it from the wrong side? Like, can't even open this knife. What in the heck? I thought you just squeezed it. What in the world? Might tell me how to open this. What am I doing wrong? I know. Is it locked up? Oh, it's got that same. It's got the stupid latch. Now I remember. But yeah, this one, I mean, it's okay. It sits on the belt good. I love this little knife. This is a great little size knife. Stupid lock thing. I couldn't remember how to do that. Yeah, you gotta do this and then squeeze. Like, I knew you had to squeeze it, but it wasn't squeezing, and I was like, what in the heck? You gotta fold that out of the way. It doesn't have that bottom button. I got one of those too, but with the little slide lock, you know, the little thing you can slide back and forth and push in. But this one has that weird little thing that blocks you from pushing it together. I figured it out. Duh. Alright. Where were we? Looking at the Tiny Dancer. Sparrow 7. Frago we've seen. The Blood Fang. So that's his other one. See, that's a little more that's why I said Bald Man's prices are very, very nice, because his are around 200 and these are over 300, about the same size knife. Like his Serpico right here is 220. This one's 225, 225. Yeah, Bald Man's prices are really good. Even this bigger one's 230, 220, 225. Yeah. Alright, then custom knives, 300 plus. We've seen all his stuff, every drop. Book spots, carry development. He's got an Ithaca. $290 pre-order. Was that a 2.25 inch blade or something? Yep. It is actually. Magna. You can get it in Nitro V, S35 VN, and Magna Cut, and Crew Wear. How do you... If you order, you can get all 4 of those blade steels for the same price? Huh. Oh, 12 spot pre-order. Well, that's cool. ProTech has got the Fly Father. Very sleek looking. Knives like that just make me want to stab something though. Alright, I guess we're pretty much done. Oh yeah. We got the book spots of folding knives. This is a new one we hadn't seen, I don't think. The Isurus instead of the Icarus. I like the looks of it too. A lot. Yeah, I like the looks of that a lot. That is my style knife. I hate when they've got the pictures. You have to... You can't click on them. You got to scroll. Yeah, that's a super clean looking knife. It's an integral too. Dang it. I think I said... Yeah, that one's super clean. Super, super, super clean. Love that thumb ramp. Love the satin right on the blade. Love the integral part. I don't like the price tag. $469. I thought it said $369. Aha. Heck, I don't mind the black one. I could bead blast it and get rid of the black. Is that about a 3-inch blade, we think? What size we got here? 3.3. Who designed this? Nick Mueller from Nim Knives in Germany. No stop pin, no backspacer, and no visible clip screws. Well, alright then. No stop pin at all. Was it use the frame, I guess? Yeah, I guess it does. Magna cut. It's the Isurus, Ed. That's a beautiful knife. Gen 2. You already saw that one, I believe. Oh, it's no, actually it's not on here. The Gen 2 double detent. Gen 2 button lock. Yeah, that's the one we looked at that said it looks like a frame lock, but it's really a double detent. It may look like a frame lock, but actually it's a double, yeah. We saw that one last week. Mr. Mister, Rosie Ripper, Eros. Yeah, we looked at all these. Pictus, Hobbit. Alright. Once again, we've seen them all. So yeah, I'm happy with the bead blast on the hardware on this. Now I know I can do that to any knife I choose. Got to get this shipped out today. I actually sold this one. What are y'all getting in this week, or what are y'all carrying today? We'll put this one on my belt. I'll tell you what. I carried the Vosti with this clip that I put on here for a whole week, and it didn't bother me at all. But one night with this one last night, and it poked me somehow. I don't know, the way it rides on the belt compared to how this one, the Bastille does. Actually, it was this knife, so it might have just been the fact that it was a smaller all-around package. That could have been the problem. Because that's quite a bit, top to bottom. There's a lot of extra stuff in there. Like, why in the world did Kaiser do that? Leave so much extra material. Like, look how much extra. Like, I might try to... I mean, now they've got it to where you got to kind of... But man, I wish... I would almost try to trim this one down and put some kind of holes in it, but to mount one of... I don't know. They just left way too much on the sides here. That's kind of terrible, actually. Every other one of these it's trimmed a lot better. Yeah, I want to try this out too today. This 15,000 grit. I think it's probably close to the equivalent one of these, but it's that paste. I bet it's pretty close to equivalent to the 0.5 micron. It's Urban EDC. Can you could you not see it on the screen or something? It's ISU. It's like Icarus, but it's ISURUS. Urban EDC. And it's on the drop point. Just go to the droppoint.com. It's listed. It's under the book spots, under the big red Urban EDC ISURUS. Isurus. They're doing a giveaway with it too, it looks like. You got to join a club for $9 a month. But evidently they're doing a giveaway. Weird. Yeah, Ed, it's on the drop point for today. Urban EDC. Good morning, William. You got 3 knives coming in, Michael, or you're carrying 3 knives today? Oh, it's all good, Ed. Yeah, that menthol toilet paper thing wasn't very funny, Lone Star, but you're usually pretty good, but that one was kind of lame. I'm curious what 1 micron diamond spray. 1 micron diamond spray. What is it equivalent to in... Okay. So it says, we recommend using this emulsion after the 3000 grit diamond stone or the 3 micron lapping film. So it's probably around 5,000 maybe. So the 0.5 micron would be maybe like 10,000. Grit equivalent. Oh, Micron versus grit. 1 micron says it's like 14,000. 0.5 says it's like 50,000. Wow. So no wonder. So yesterday, I did a lot with the 1 micron diamond spray. So that's around 14,000. But I thought it was less than that, so I went down to the 0.5 micron spray. And I should have stayed at the 1 for a little while longer. So this will be great. Since it's a paste, this would be great. So now I see why you got this, because this is going to be just a little higher grit than the 1 micron, but it's a good paste consistency. So that ought to do good as far as mirror polish goes. And I forgot, I had already had these, but these are the big polishing discs for your drill. So they got the nice cotton ones here, and then they have a blue jean material one that's a little harder, and then they have the like rope one that's definitely more coarse. But all 3 of these came in a set with the drill chuck. I forgot I had these, but these are bigger. So I still kind of like the size of these better. And I did order a new one of those little adapters from Amazon to swap out with the one that broke yesterday. Craziness. How this thing just bent. But I got another one coming in today. So I'm going to attempt that again, I guess. But I'm super happy with where I got yesterday with the mirror polish. It turned out really nice. You can see every part of the surface, all the way from the front to the back, even up on the little part above the blade window. Worked great. So compared to this side, can't hardly read that at all. Well, that's cool. So I'll do some more practicing with this. I need to shave. And I need to work on it a little bit more. I'm still not completely happy with it, but it's getting there. Let's see, what else we're going to talk about today? What else news coming out this weekend? And I'll tell you what, that yeah, William, it is you do have to get a grip on it sometimes. This Tuya Knives has got some of the smoothest action of any knife that I own. It's so buttery. Like if you give it any kind of help, it just hydraulically closes. But if you just let the blade do its thing, it's one of those ones where you just tilt it a little bit and it just, man, Such a good feel. I love like hydraulic shut knives. I love this hollow grind on this thing too. Got a very comfortable blade grip too. Yeah, I'm loving that thing. And I used this at work last night a bunch. I love how people chime in to YouTube videos and just let you know that it's called the drop point, Michael. It's the skiff it's the skiff bearings guy that does it. So if you ever forget, you can sign up for the newsletter. You just put your email in and you'll get it in your email every Thursday. It's called thedroppoint.com though. I've still got three unboxings I gotta do. I gotta get them done right after this video. I've got a Kaiser, a Concept, and a Azusa Blade Works. I think I'm going to have those knives kind of randomly positioned on the mat. The silhouettes. Yeah, Michael, it's just yeah, no problem. If you go to Skiff Bearings, Skiff Made Blades, it's the same guy that does the skiffs, and he talks about it right here. The Drop Point newsletter. And all you do is hit subscribe, and you put your email address in and subscribe, and you'll get them every week. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I submitted a bearing bounty. I wonder if he added it. I didn't get an email telling me he added it, but what knife did I put it on? Oh, it was the Artisan Cutlery yeah, he hasn't added it yet. It's the accelerator. So I did a bearing bounty on the accelerator because skiffs fit it perfectly. So that's why I haven't gotten the email yet, because he hasn't added it to the site yet. Let's see if I had anything else I wanted to talk about today before we end this thing. Well, I just got I just got an update from the Voyager Blade Voyage Blade Works Outland that I ordered. So they have their they have a folding knife that they showed at Blade Show, and the pre-order is now live. So Voyage Blade Outland. All right, so that little USA made fixed blade, they just announced that the Avius pre-order is live. So their folding knife pre-order clip point for $100 pre-order is on sale. OEM by Kubi. Wow, $100. But 14C micarta and titanium combo. So it's got milled titanium on one side and micarta on the other. Yeah, they had that one at Blade Show. Huh. I might have to buy one of those. I would get the drop point version instead of the clip point. Why is it showing the clip point? Okay, there's the drop point right there. I guess. No, the drop point is more rounded. That's definitely one of those pictures. The clip point has a curve. The drop point doesn't. Yeah, I don't like the curved clip. Wish I wouldn't have put those holes. Yeah. So the holes, I like the fuller better. All right. Add to cart. Add to cart. Gotta have one. Cart. Let's see. Check out. Sign in. I don't know if I can sign in. Oh well. I guess I can sign up. Create an account. There we go. If I'm backing them on Kickstarter, I might as well make an account on their website. All right, cool. What else y'all want to talk about today? I don't know what else there is to talk about. I'm actually kind of tired today. I don't know why. I don't think I got enough sleep yesterday. So what are y'all looking forward to buying soon? Wow, they charge $6 for shipping. So it's $106 for that knife. Well, what's up with my PayPal password? Trying to order that knife at the same time I'm doing all this other stuff. I can't order and talk at the same time. Where's my stupid PayPal authenticator app? Gets kind of annoying sometimes, huh? When you got two-factor authentication turned on. But I don't want anybody to get into my PayPal, that's for sure. Alright, purchased. Yeah, I'm about to go eat too, Stacy. Sounds good. Your order is confirmed. Alright, so I just ordered one of those, one of these. The drop point. Avius. But I think I'm going to start winding down the video. Because like I said, I'm a little tired today. I do have to, oh, one more thing I wanted to show. I bought a pack of those. I've got 2 different size boxes now that I bought to ship knives in, because I got to go to the post office and drop this knife off after the video. But I wanted to show y'all the nice quality of these that I got for less than $1 a box. So if you sell and ship a lot of knives and you've run out of extra boxes like I have, you need to look into buying some. And I got a pack of, I thought I got 50, but these are the exact same size that these are the exact same size and style that White Mountain Knives uses. So they are these right here. I don't know if I can figure out how to put them together. You got to be a mathematician. No, you really don't. But yeah, come on, go together. Got to bend all your corners good. But they're the same thickness and size as the White Mountain Knives ones with the front flap that pokes in. So they're 8x4x2, and they're pretty nice. They're pretty thick. I didn't fold that one good. Yeah, I want to pick this too. They're the same size and style with the front flap that goes in like White Mountain Knives uses. But I happen to have some little crappy ones left over that I'm going to use. Some of my China boxes first. Yeah, I want to get a, I think I want to get a Stupid Metal Complex Kunwu Excalibur. Now that they fixed the clip on it, I think I'm going to bite the bullet and get that new version with the new clip. The Pictus, I don't know if I want it or not actually. I think I just lied about wanting one. These are the cheapest boxes possible from China. But they work perfectly for those little, for these little things. That's what they're made for. So I guess if you're shipping in these, it really doesn't matter how crappy the box is. It's because they're pretty much protected regardless. The Black Mirror, yeah, I think Sever bought one of those, I think. Trying to get my address off this box. Of course, it really doesn't matter when I'm the one shipping it. It's going to have my address back on it anyway, but I don't like people being able to pull off the stickers. I don't know, I've gotten some knives from Knife Swap that had like 3 people's addresses on it because people reuse the same boxes and they don't take off the stickers. They just stick the sticker on top of the old one. And if you happen to peel those off, you can actually see other people's addresses and stuff that had a knife that they bought. I don't know. I just don't like that. But the person I'm sending this knife to, I'm pretty confident that it doesn't really matter. Because I trust them. But, like I said, I still try to take off my stupid address. Wow. This sticker sucks. Having to peel all that off, like. I usually cut around the edge of it. I score a little line and then peel it off. That's my technique. Yeah, there we go. But that messes up the boxes sometimes. There we go. Got it all off. Now, all I gotta do is tape it up good. And this Lamia is on its way to its new home. I'm going to wipe it off. Yeah, I've about run out of all my... I've got like 2 boxes left from knives I bought before I'm going to have to break into my new boxes. Alright, I just wiped this knife down with a dirty sock. No, I'm just kidding. With a towel. I did have a dirty sock laying here. That's why I thought it'd be funny if I said that. I'll put it in this little hard plastic case. I'm going to drop it in this box. Perfect size box made for these little things. And I'm going to get this sent off to its new owner. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for being here always. Thank you for being a friend. Wow, that was terrible. Yeah, these boxes are custom made for these little things. Like, there's no room end to end or side to side. They definitely make these. Real quick, what, Pete? Real quick, what are we doing? Well, that's a kind of a loaded question because I knew it would be good, but it is good. Yeah, the Caveman is great. It's probably too heavy for most people because it is pretty chunky. So it weighs over 6 ounces. No, I expected this to be great. Actually, I'll tell you the one that wasn't what I thought it would be, and that's the Hera. I don't mind a 6-ounce knife, but a lot of people do. But I like the looks of this one and thought it would be a great knife. It does have a very heavy blade, and so it does drop shut very smoothly. No, you're good. But the Hera, just, I don't know. There's something about the blade shape. I've got to do the unboxing of it, but you've seen it. Look at all the splatter that happened on that box yesterday from that. The diamond grit. But it almost weighs as much as this. This is like 6.7 ounces. So it's a big boy. Oh, there's not any splatter on here. It all went sideways. There's no splatter on this. They are stars on here. I wiped this off yesterday and there wasn't anything that came off. It all went sideways. These were sitting off to the side here. It slung. It really didn't sling that bad. It just caught one little place. There's a few little specks over here in this corner, but you can't even see them. Yeah, pretty wild. All right, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. That's not what I wanted to show. That's not what I wanted to show. I think it was, yeah, that was the one I wanted to show. So if you need me, email me. I appreciate y'all. I got to get this photo done for this mat. So I got to get busy here using Photoshop for a little while. But anyway, appreciate y'all. I'm hungry, about to go get something to eat and do some Photoshop work. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all